your work on psychological safety was famously cited by Google in their research into what makes a great team. But what exactly is psychological safety?
You know, it's a shared belief, right? It's a shared belief that the environment is conducive to interpersonal risks, like asking for help or admitting a mistake or criticizing a project. And that can be challenging to do. So this is the sort of sense that this is a special place where that kind of activity is okay. Now, it's not being nice or soft or, guaranteed applause for everything you have to say. It's also not permission to whine, and it's not permission to slack off, right? It's a kind of very energizing but candid place.
So it's almost that, as you said, it's kind of creating that environment for people to speak up,
Yes.
to be honest as such.
Full stop, right? Easier said than done.
Yes. So I suppose that leads to the next question. What steps should leaders take to create psychological safety?
You know, to me, it starts with, and this is in the midst of COVID, a good time to talk about this, because I think it starts with being utterly clear and transparent about what we're up against. And specifically, I mean the enormous uncertainty and complexity and challenge of what we face. And when leaders I call that setting the stage. And when you're setting the stage by reminding people of what you might argue we already know, but I think it still needs to be said, you're essentially setting the rationale for why their voice might be needed, right? Clearly, anyone could see something that you miss or that others miss. So it starts with setting the stage. But it's also about being proactive and inviting voice. You can't just say, well, gee, I'm really eager to hear from people, and I'm sure they know that. You have to be proactive. You have to say, what's on your mind? What are you seeing? What concerns do you have? What questions do you have? And just make it more difficult for people to remain silent than to speak up, because you've issued those invitations. Yeah. And then, of course, it really matters how you respond. You know, you must not shoot the messenger. When people come forward with ideas or bad news or anything else, you have to just take a deep breath and respond in a forward-looking, appreciative manner. And all of those things contribute to creating psychological safety.
In this series, we will be speaking to a range of senior leaders who are pushing a data-driven and digital HR agenda. Make sure that you subscribe via your podcast app of choice and also via our YouTube channel for free and regular interviews with the digital HR leaders of the future.